Now you read the title, and I'm 100% standing by that. You are going to blow a budget and overspend by a lot, no matter what. It's just gonna happen. Also, I just took a nap. Hi, how are you? I just woke up. This is what I look like when I just wake up from a nap. But I'm an adult. This is still necessary because I have a lot of stuff to do, but let's just jump into this video. And yeah, I'm no different than you. I blow my budget too. Happens. TJ back with another video talks with TJ, aka TJ Two Swoosh Change. What is going on? Two Swoosh Crew. That wasn't just for effect. I'm really drinking this, and yes, I really woke up from a nap, and I haven't had a nap in a very long time because, as you can imagine, some of you have commented, and I thank you for it. On my work ethic, I go and I go and I go, and I don't really have like an off button. I just let myself pass out eventually whenever I pass out, between working a lot and content all the time, because from videos to pictures to flat lays to whatever, I'm doing something, which means I'm probably not sitting down, not resting, not sleeping. So I actually got some time to myself because I'm not closing the store during this week, or at least up until like Friday. Like Valentine's Day, and then I'll be closing the store, and then I'll work the weekend, and I will do a recap for the Air Jordan 3 Unite / Fire Red Cement. So just understand, yes, Saturday I should have a video for you just to let you know, like, kind of what was the vibe, how did people feel about that release. But in relation to this video, it's more of a budget talks video. Yeah, and you see me wearing Warrior stuff. Listen, it's All-Star Week. I'm gonna represent my team in as many videos as I can. We are not good right now. We're not. Shout out to Steph, because I love that he wore a Kobe jersey the other night. Awesome. And yes, I follow all things that are Curry family. So little baby Cannon Jack looks amazing. He's so adorable. And then my boy Clay, happy birthday. The man just turned, I feel bad that I'm gonna get this wrong, but he just turned 31. Or 30. Is he a year younger than me? I don't remember. I try not to hit like that stalker stage when it comes to Clay. But he just had a birthday. Happy birthday. Recovery's going well. Bay is getting shots up, so I'm very happy. But yeah, I'll be the butt of so many jokes when it comes to, you know, NBA this week. Doesn't matter. We all have all-star festivities that we're going to enjoy. So a budget. Yes, you're going to blow it if you make it. I just need you to understand that. Don't freak out when it happens, but you're going to blow it no matter what. You can have the most well thought out plan, and it's going to happen. You're going to blow it. It's going to happen from one of two things, okay? It's either going to happen from life, and she is honestly, just so I don't get demonetized, a BITCH, and she does not care about the fact that you have a plan. Your plan won't matter to her. She's very vindictive. Also, number two, you're just gonna lack some self-control at that time, and that is how you're probably gonna blow it. And self-control as in either planning properly, even after you've made a plan of a budget, or you're just going to give in to your desire to want something. Case in point, I have something on the way. It's Nike. It's not a sneaker. I didn't need it. I just wanted it, and it's what happens when I browse around on eBay. That got caught on my nose. Let's ignore that. Yeah, that's what happens when you browse around on eBay. It's why I don't try to browse around aimlessly, because I find stuff. This item was in my cart, and I searched, and I found it again, and I finally just, but here's my problem. I make offers on stuff, and the sellers then accept the offers, and then you have to pay for stuff. So I have something on the way. We'll see when it arrives. It will definitely, I think, arrive. I don't know if we'll see. Whenever it arrives, you'll know what it is. It's pretty awesome, and I know then people will spam me about where I got it from. So I got it from eBay. I believe the item is also on Poshmark, but we'll get to that bridge when we get to that bridge. You're gonna blow your budget. And why did I end up not necessarily blowing it, but here is what happens if you are going to overspend in one category, okay? So it's the whole current treat myself category, okay? Some extra funds were just allocated pretty much to the whole treat yourself thing. So what happens from there if you're asking for my point of view or what I do? It will simply mean I'll just reallocate some funds, and I'll take something from something else and put it back. either put it back to where something else should have gone, or quite frankly, I'll just decrease it in another category, because a lot of things that I'm looking to do right now, they are wants. They're not necessarily needs. I have a lot of needs going on that I'm making sure that are taken care of as a responsible adult in my budget, but it was just kind of the lack of, you know, do I need it, want it? No, I really wanted it, and I just said screw it, and I bid on it. So that's how I got that. But the other way is just gonna be life. So you can have this plan laid out. I'm only gonna spend X amount for this category, for this, and you can have a sinking fund set up for gifting, for some bigger item that you want that you don't wanna pay for all at once because you're trying to take care of the rest of life. And then you can also have sinking funds for medical, you know, emergencies and the dog and car maintenance. And you have all these things in place, and it's a great plan. And then life happens, and you have to then pretty much scrap it, and you end up overspending. So that can happen. Please don't freak out if it does. Like the first time you go through creating your own budget, like I showed you in last week's video, you're probably going to go over it because it's not going to be perfect that first time, the first few times really that you're making a budget. It's kind of just like a trial and error. Like it could work, it could be great, it could be a disaster. It's going to really be somewhere in between because we are just humans and life changes, it evolves. We don't have a whole lot of control of it. We think we do, we don't. Every sci-fi movie has told us we don't have control over life. So you are going to have some things come up, and that's fine. For example, let's just say you set aside, I don't know, $100 for groceries, let's just give that as an example, for the week, and you go and buy like your regular groceries that you normally would buy for the week, all 7 days, and the bill comes to $120. Okay, so essentially you've blown the grocery budget by $20, and you think, oh my God, like I can't get this. Clearly this isn't for me. I don't have the wherewithal to do this. It doesn't necessarily mean for that you blew the budget in a bad way. It means you probably under budgeted for that category. So in your mind, you're like, okay, a reasonable amount. I probably only spend 100. You speculated that you only spent 100. In reality, you actually spent, you know, you actually are a $120 a week person, which that's not that crazy. I mean, if you like to buy yourself higher quality meats, lean meat, steaks, vegetables, things like that, you can reach 120 very easily. So there's nothing wrong with that if that's what happens. But that's one way where you can end up blowing your budget, and I just don't want you to feel bad about it because I talk a lot about money management on here. Now, basic level of money management, I'm not a financial investor, so I'm not going to tell you what stocks, bonds, and market funds and things that you should get involved in because that's not my area of expertise. There are people I know that do that, but that's just not me. For me, it's hoping that you can connect with me and understanding that having a plan for your money is very important. It's very essential. But I have fallen down the same pitfalls you do, and there are some things that I still fall down, like I browse, I find great deals, I bid, and now I'm going to be the proud owner of something that is very unique, very awesome. It's Nike. We know I stand Nike all day, every day. But, you know, it still feels like somewhat of the budget was blown for the treat yourself fund, so you live and you learn, and you try to do better the next time. That's exactly what I want you to tell yourself if you blow it. So I know more notably this happens with us in sneakers, right? Because we will have that budget set and leave it to a brand. You know, we're just gonna slide this release on in there, and you're like, out, right? That's how you feel because how dare they disrupt what you have going on? How dare they choose to put out a sneaker that you didn't think they were? That's what Jordan's doing now. A lot of people don't like the Jordan 1 lows, but I feel like that's going to be the consolation if you people miss on the airship pack. I think that's going to be the consolation. Like, it looks just like the airship colorway that's coming out. It's red and it's white. Now, I like the Jordan 1 low. I don't know if that's the Jordan 1 low that I would go for. Like, I'm still really mad that I didn't get the Court Purple when they were available. I'm kicking myself for that. I need to go back for that. 6.5 if, you know, if it's a reasonable price, 6.5. So I think that's gonna happen with some people as February, as March, as everything rolls around through this year, it just becomes difficult with sneakers, right? And we end up getting, you know, going after shoes that maybe we didn't originally plan to go after and your budget's blown. So what happens if you can do that, just to wrap this video up, look ahead to next month and figure out where you can replace that because maybe you wanted to pay, and this is just human nature, so I'm just gonna say it, maybe you wanted to pay a little bit more towards debt, but instead you took an extra $100 and applied it towards a sneaker. So now what do? Well, that next month looking ahead, you still need to try your best to make up that 100 that didn't go towards the extra debt payment. That's all it is. You really just readjust and you move forward from there. So take away from a different category that is just a want, not a need. Don't take away from your needs, but take away from something that is a want and go ahead and make that extra payment. All right, so hopefully this video helps some young individual, and thank you so much for tuning in. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Please don't talk too badly about my Warriors during this week. If you do, whatever, you know who was in charge the last few years. All right, peace out.